So I do wish that they did have the shows a little bit later. Bring your own sunscreen. Out of the 4 properties that we had stayed, I just wanted to give you like a sort of ranking. Hello and welcome to Mexico. It is officially my birthday weekend and I will be spending it in Mexico. We love the Secrets properties. This one was actually opened last year, so it is Secrets Playa Blanca. No, Playa Blanca, yes. What was it? Carmen? Okay, so the name is Secrets Playa Blanca Costa Mujeres, and I believe it is their most recent property. So we are here for a total of 4 days to enjoy. We're basically just going to enjoy the resort. We've been to the Cancun beach area of Mexico plenty of times. We've also been to Mexico City. Honestly, Mexico is one of our favorite countries to visit. So we've done a few of the touristy things already. Therefore, whenever we come and kind of just visit the hotels and the resorts, we just kind of want to stay and enjoy the resorts and what they have to offer. This one is huge, so I will be bringing you guys along, sharing with you guys everything about the resort, and then obviously at the end of this little vlog, kind of giving you my review and my 2 cents in regards to the property. As I previously mentioned, we have stayed in other properties before. We first stayed in Maroma, then we stayed in Moxche, and then the last one that we stayed, I believe it's Secrets Playa Carmen. I believe that's the name. If not, I'll pop it up on the screen. And now we're here for our 4th sort of property. So at the end of the video, I'll kind of give you kind of like a ranking of all 4 so far. As part of this video, of course, I will be including kind of outfits of the day and what I'm wearing as I normally do in my vlog style videos. So I hope you guys enjoy that portion as well. We did arrive really early. We got here at around 10:30, and then we went ahead and checked in. We did upgrade to the preferred option of the stay. So all of Secrets property actually offered a preferred section. So it's something that you can upgrade while you book your stay. And then what that basically does is it gives you certain extra perks. So you do have access to a separate pool. You do have access to a separate bar area, to a lounge area. You do have access to like more premium alcohol if that's kind of like your vibe. So it does have a few extra perks that you get if you do decide to upgrade. And then the check-in is also done in a separate room, which was really nice. And we started basically our day there, checked in, did everything, and then our room was not ready because check-in is at around 3 p.m. Therefore, we were just able to get, you know, whatever it is that we wanted from our suitcase. They held our suitcase, and then we were able to enjoy the property right away. What we did was we headed over to the preferred pool. I think everybody else got the preferred memo also, because from previous videos that we had seen on YouTube, the preferred area didn't seem to be too busy. We are in June, so I'm assuming that that also makes a difference, but the preferred area was pretty busy. However, I have already come to realize that it's more of a sort of like calm, chill vibe rather than the other pools, which are more lively. There's more like music playing and they're doing games and sort of things like that. So it's nice to have both options depending on what you're feeling, you know, for the day. After we hung out at the pool for a little bit, we did decide to go to the Oceana restaurant to grab lunch. There's a total of about, I want to say like anywhere from like 7 to 8 restaurants. Some are open both for lunch and dinner. Some are just open for dinner. And then some are just open for breakfast. So there is an app that you can download, and then it gives you all the details as to like what's open for what, and then the activities available throughout the day in the property as well. After lunch, our room was ready, and that is where we are now. Now we did decide to splurge a little bit and ended up booking a King Suite, I believe is the name of it. I'll make sure to leave all the details on the screen and down below in the description box. So we basically just came to the room really quick, wanted to drop off everything and then head back out to the pool. However, before I kind of just dive into the whole resort, I do want to kind of add a time lapse of a little quick room tour. Okay, we are all set for dinner, so I wanted to share my outfit of the night. We did decide on 3 restaurants which we want to try out for dinner, and our first choice is going to be French cuisine, and that is the restaurant named Bordeaux. So this is what we're wearing. We're going with this kind of like satiny sort of dress, super old from Target. Anything that I could find, I'll link down below for you guys. Shoes, also very old, Sam Edelman. They have like this super cute kind of like raffia detail, which I feel is perfect for a beach vacation. Then I am adding my May silk bracelet, of course, just for a little bit of pop of color, because I do feel like the rest of the outfit is very sort of neutral. That's Rudy's shoes next to me making a squeaky noise, so ignore him. And then accessories, we're going for a little set. This is actually from Ana Luisa. However, I did see that Amazon and Revolve kind of have like some similar options, so I'll leave them linked down below. Oh, and last but not least, I have these super cute, like it's a shell and then like another little shell here and like pearl sort of cluster of an earring, and I found it in Primark, literally like $6, so I thought it was perfect for handbag of the night. To match with the shoes, I'm taking this kind of like little raffia clutch. So yeah, oh, almost fell. So yeah. So, dinner recap. Actually, Rudy said it perfectly. He asked me if we had to pay for the dinner ourselves. We're going into a dark spot, so you guys might not see us.
We did pay for the resort.
I know, we're staying in the resort. Yes, this isn't gifted, you guys. We paid for this with our own money. But if we had to pay for the dinner ourselves, would we go again? And the answer was no.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Some dishes fell flat.
Yes,
like some
I agree.
were a hit, some were a miss, you know?
Yeah, the appetizers were yummy. The cheese platter was actually really nice too. I like the whole presentation of it. My entree was good.
Yeah.
Was flavorful.
Mine was good too.
Yeah. The appetizers were the ones I feel like we had kind of like a hit or miss on. The oysters were a little bit too chewy for our liking. And the dessert.
The dessert was bad, yeah. The dessert looked like it was stale, like it had been sitting there maybe for like 2 or 3 days, and they're serving you like some old dessert.
We still have 2 more nights to go. We're hoping that those turn out a little bit better and that we would actually pay for those and come back. Good morning. I will say I came out here thinking that this was going to be a peaceful sort of setting for me to have my coffee, and it's peaceful. It's just extremely hot. So made myself a quick little espresso just because we are heading to the gym this morning and I needed some sort of caffeine in my system in order to get through the workout. So that is the plan for today. The day is extremely beautiful, and honestly, this ocean view, I couldn't have asked for anything more. Like sometimes you think of ocean views and then you get kind of like the angled buildings, or there's like a big tree in the way and you can see the ocean like just at a distance. No, you guys, this is like right front and center to the ocean. This is just beautiful. Now, I am really happy to report that the beach looks beautiful this morning. There's no seaweed whatsoever. Yesterday when we did check in, that our butler, which I don't know if I mentioned that does come with the preferred package. You do get like a designated person kind of assigned to you, and just, you know, you have like their WhatsApp number. You can text them for any kind of needs that you need, and then they keep you updated as to like the activities and things like that are going on. So our butler kind of gave us a rundown of the room, and then she also mentioned that there was a lot of seaweed coming in, and we have known this. I'm filming this June 2025, and there's like a huge deal with Mexico and seaweed at the moment. So I was kind of bummed to see that yesterday, but I did notice this morning they do have like a tractor kind of going around trying to pick it up. So yeah, that's the plan for today. We're gonna head to the gym, then we're gonna come back up. We're going to change. I am sweating already. We're going to change. Rudy's looking at me from inside like, you're crazy for sitting out there and drinking a hot coffee. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna take you hopefully a little bit more around the property today, since I have my Osmo with me and I can do that a little bit more comfortable, and then just hang out and soak up the sun. Everybody got the coconut memo.
Yeah, they do.
It's coffee time. We actually came to get a little afternoon snack. Well, not really an afternoon snack. An after lunch dessert. Sorry if you can hear Rudy. He's on the phone. But we stopped by Coco Cafe in order to get. I got a double espresso macchiato, and then Rudy got an iced latte. This is what it looks like. We actually got iced lattes yesterday, but I wanted something a little bit stronger. I feel like the iced latte, the ice obviously melts and makes it a little bit more watery. And then for dessert, we ended up getting a cheesecake and a lemon pie. So let's give that a try. I'm gonna try the lemon pie first. Here's what it looks like. Very lemony. Definitely giving off like key lime pie vibes. Can I try your cheesecake? Yes, thank you. Okay. They're actually both really, really good. So today we've just kind of been hanging out, played beach volleyball, which we always laugh because it's kind of like a tradition whenever we come to Mexico. It's the one time a year where we play volleyball, but we've kept up with our skills, so that was fun. Very, very warm. And then after that, we just headed straight to the pool. They were doing kind of like the coconuts at the Preferred Beach Club. So there was a limited quantity. We literally made it there, and then another couple made it after us, and they were like, okay, no more coconuts after you guys. So we were able to enjoy that, and then went to have lunch. We went today to the Seaside Grill, and even though I've gotten the impression that the lunch menus kind of have like mixed options just to sort of please everyone, we kind of wanted to keep it within sort of like the same category. So we had basically just seafood and opted for some ceviche starters. I had, I think, like tuna something for my main entree, and then Rudy had fried fish tacos and fried shrimp tacos. So it was within the seafood family. Food was very tasty as well, and again, the service I have no complaints about, because I feel like the service and the hospitality in Mexico is one of the top in my opinion. So that's pretty much it. We're just gonna enjoy our coffee now and then head over to the Preferred Lounge sort of pool area to maybe hang out there for a little bit more and probably go up to the room. I did want to just lay out by the balcony and kind of just enjoy the breeze and like the ocean waves, so we might do that a little later. All right, coming at you from another room angle, and it is to share tonight's look. We are headed to the, can you guys see my face? We are headed to have sushi for dinner. So they have a Japanese restaurant where they also have a, is it called hibachi table, which we have back home. We've had that before, so we never actually go to them when we're in resorts, but I think they are like a pretty big deal in a lot of the resorts that we've been to, and a lot of people enjoy them too, because obviously you get a little bit of a show, so I can totally see it. But we're just going to have a dinner a la carte. So really quick, my outfit, I have a scarf top that I did. I loved how it came out. I also have a really nice tan. Finally, I opted to go for these little pearl shell earrings, clutch, same one. Then I went with these sort of like satin, silky, wide leg pants. Shoes, you guys are gonna die, but okay. I'm going with my Valentino jellies, which are the ones that I have been using to go to the pool and the beach while we're here. Last night, I wore my raffia sandals from Sam Edelman, and they tore up the back of my foot to the point where I had to take them off for like the last, I don't know, maybe 200 steps while we made it back to the hotel room, because I could not handle the pain. Even going today into the water, I was in pain. So there's that. We're going with sandals. Do you want to come and share your outfit? The peeps want to see. So Rudy is going very simple, of course, because of my skirt top. I don't think they can see you. Hold on. Let's do, there we go. So Zara top.
Zara
Zara
shirts,
pants.
Zara pants, Hermes shoes.
Little espadrilles from Hermes, which I don't think they can see either. Let's bring them back down. There we go. And we're all set for our second dinner. Okay, we are back to our nightly restaurant reporting. So
Would we pay for this one?
Actually, I think I would.
Yeah,
I would.
It was good. It was actually good.
Yeah, so we went to Himitsu, I think it's the name, but it's the Asian one, as I mentioned. And we actually had to wait, which that was a first.
Yeah.
So I was talking to the lady at the front and kind of asking her, because I heard her say something about like a wait list, and she said that unfortunately there were a lot of large parties. So what happened was that they had to put like a lot of tables together, and then that obviously takes away from like the couples. So that was that. We waited for about like 40 minutes, I want to say. Yeah. So what we ended up doing was going to, I forgot the name of the bar. Desires, which is the sports bar, and then it's also like a like the club. So whenever they're doing like the silent parties and stuff like that, that's where the fun is. So dinner was really good. Honestly, all the dishes that we had were really, really good. Nothing bad to say about anything. The dessert was amazing. Rudy had fried ice cream, which was really yummy. It had like also some coconut flakes to it. And then I had the guava yuzu tart, and it was really nice because it had like kind of like a tangy taste to it, which was really, really good. So that was pretty much everything for day 2. Tomorrow is my birthday.
Been celebrating all month.
But tomorrow is officially the day. It's actually the last day of June. So I'm very excited, and we'll report back then. Good night.
Good night.
Good morning. It is officially my birthday. We've already started the morning with coffee, a workout, breakfast, and now we're back in the room getting ready to head out for the day. We actually woke up a little bit earlier today than we did yesterday, so we've gotten a lot done, and it's not even 10 a.m. So quick outfit. I have this kind of like little sarong that my mom got me years ago, but I love the color, especially for like a beach vacation. So I did a kind of like little dress tie-up situation. I have a very basic black bathing suit underneath. This one is old from Target. And then for my shoes, I am wearing my Valentino jellies in black and handbag. I'm taking my Demelier tote just because I have to fit so many things inside. It does have this little hat clip, which I had it on for when we were traveling since this was my personal item, but I'll probably just end up removing it because I think I'm taking a different hat today. This room looks like a drinker's paradise. When we got here, we had a bottle of champagne waiting for us. The ice has melted and the bottle is still completely intact. It's not that we're not drinkers. Like, we'll have a social drink, we'll grab a drink by the bar or something like that. But like, if we're in the room and stuff, we're not really like popping bottles or anything like that. Then that same day, I think at night when we got home, we had another bottle of champagne waiting for us. As you can see, I literally just grabbed it to show you because we had not touched that either. And then as part of the preferred kind of like upgrade that we did get, you do get to choose a bottle of either whiskey, tequila, rum, and I think maybe another bottle of champagne. So we had told our concierge, don't worry, don't bring it, we're not gonna drink it. I don't know if she just totally forgot, but they did bring us a bottle of tequila. So again, 3 bottles of alcohol, pretty much going to be untouched. I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to share with you guys in regards to like the morning. We are gonna head out to the pool area, probably play some volleyball again. They do have a little bit of like a bracelet sort of class today. I might stop by to see what that's about and maybe do that activity. They do have a ton of activities throughout the day. Some you do need to reserve, but the majority you can just join them as they are kind of happening. You have all that information on the Hyatt app, and if you do have kind of like the preferred upgrade, your concierge texts you every morning with like all the activities that are going on. Oh, on the preferred club topic, I did want to mention, because as we were in the gym this morning, I kind of was looking to see what was open for breakfast. And for the preferred upgrade, you do have an additional restaurant open. It is an a la carte menu, and it's just for the preferred club members. Again, this is something that you can see in the app, and you can download this app before you even make it to any of the resorts and kind of take a look at all the menus so that you can see what they have, if you're gonna like the food that they have, and so on and so forth. Another night, another angle in this beautiful suite. We are kind of like in the bathroom area right now, just because that's where the lighting is helping the most. Here is the birthday look. I am so excited for this look. I saw this dress come up in a boutique that I follow on Instagram. I'll make sure to leave the handle on the screen and on the description box. And as soon as I saw it, 1, I was like, that is a total Mexico look. And 2, I was so excited because it pairs beautifully with my shoes. I hope you guys can see them, but they are my Dior raffia heels, which I kind of sometimes have a hard time styling just because they do have the raffia, which I feel is the statement sort of piece from the shoe, but then they also have the black details, so I feel like the outfit has to have some sort of black details as well. For accessories, I am going tonight with my cute little Eliza clutch, not clutch, this is like a top handle from Coach. I don't think it's available any longer in this size. I think they have it in like a larger size, but I feel like she is the perfect little black date night bag. Accessories, I am wearing my little drop shell earrings that I got at Primark. Then I'm wearing the same little kind of bamboo bangle, bamboo ring, and then my wedding band, keeping it very simple just because I do feel like the dress is very extra, and obviously the shoes are another great statement. Oh, last but not least, and something that I wanted to make sure you guys are not sleeping on, is my lip color. It is from Revlon, you guys, under $10. These lipsticks last the entire night. I love them. I'm so happy to be able to like wear lipstick again because I hadn't been doing it because of my Invisalign. But since I'm taking them off before we go to dinner, then I'm able to do my lips and then just enjoy a bold lip, which is personally my favorite. I feel like I have to put you guys a little higher. There we go. And then hair. It is my go-to hair for vacation, a sleek back bun, just because I have no energy to be blow drying my hair, especially in this horrible heat. Okay, it's time for our nightly restaurant review. So, as Rudy says, would you pay for this one? I would pay for it. Yeah.
Like, depends on how much we gotta pay. It's not carbone, but yeah.
No. But honestly, I think our top pick was last night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
So
the one I least expected, honestly.
correct, yes. However, this one was really good. We actually opted for 3 different appetizers, and they were all delicious. They also gave you like a little house bread basket, which was really yummy. They did like olive oil, balsamic vinegar, Parmesan cheese, delicious. I got the gnocchi. Now the chicken parm is actually another dish with pesto pasta that they have. However, what we wanted to do was share the chicken parm with our pasta. So we asked them to just give us the chicken. And then he said that they could do that. So we just got the chicken parm, shared that. I got gnocchi. Rudy got, did you get the Alfredo? No. Carbonara.
Carbonara, yeah. It was a little bland. They didn't have much taste,
Oh,
remember?
you did say that. Yeah. Yeah, no, my gnocchi was very yummy. It was actually in ragu sauce, but it was very tasty. And then the star of the show,
The tiramisu.
the tiramisu.
That alone is what makes me be okay with paying for the restaurant.
Absolutely. We are surprisingly just said, no, we'll take one to share. As soon as he brought it out and we tasted it, we were like, can we get the second one?
Make it 2.
Yes, and he brought out another one for us. He's like, it's really good, right? We were like, yeah, it's delicious. So overall, great dinner. Great place to finish off our last night in the resort. I will take a minute tomorrow, sit down, kind of give you a more like thorough review. I've taken some notes on some things that I want to share with you guys, kind of like the hits and misses so far, and then that's pretty much it. Good morning. It is officially our last day in Secrets of Playa Blanca, but it has been an incredible stay. As I promised earlier in this video, I just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of give you guys an overall review of our stay and the property and just kind of things that we picked up along the way. Last night when we got to the room, I had a very unexpected happy birthday surprise. So they had kind of like a little bit of a happy birthday layout around the bed. The TV said happy birthday, and they had even prepared a bubble bath for us, which was really nice. We didn't enjoy it because we were so tired. We went straight to bed, but those are the little like attention to details that I personally really love and expect from a place like this, and we have gotten before from other different Secrets properties in which we have stayed at. With all that being said, I did take some notes on a few kind of points that I wanted to address. As per the resort, overall, we found it very spacious, there are a ton of pools. You have like the regular social pools is what they're called, and then you also have the preferred pool if you do upgrade to the preferred. You also have the jungle pool, which I believe they have a few just chase lounges where you can lay at, but if you do choose to stay at like the cabanas, then we were overhearing somebody explain to another guest that those are at an extra fee, so you do have to pay for those. Now, one thing that I did want to point out is we weren't able to go to any of the shows at night because the majority of the shows start at 8:30. Then they'll have maybe something a little bit later like the silent disco, but I really wanted to make it to the shows. However, I didn't want to have to eat dinner so early, so we would go to dinner around 7:30 the latest, and we would take a lot longer either because there was a wait time in order to be seated, or just because while we were having dinner, the dinner experience was just a little bit longer than I would have expected. Therefore, when we were done, it was almost time for the show to be done. And then the show is about, I want to say, like a 5-minute walk from where like the restaurants are at, so just keep that in mind. So I do wish that they did have the shows a little bit later. Maybe I would say, or have like 2 seatings for the shows is what Rudy and I were talking about. Maybe have the 8:30 to 9:30, or maybe like an 8:15 to 9:15, and then like a 9:45 to like 10:45, just for those that want to make it out there but want to have dinner before going out there. On the topic of the restaurants, keep in mind that some of the restaurants will close certain days, so make sure that you do use the app, plan accordingly, because last night, for example, there was a longer wait time in various restaurants because there was a restaurant that was closed for the night. I also wanted to point out that even though we loved grabbing afternoon coffee and a small little treat at the Coco Cafe, the sitting area is very limited. We stayed at Playa Mujeres last year, and the sitting area there was really big. Moxche also had a lot of space, and even Maroma had a few more tables. However, this one in Playa Blanca only had 2 tables with 4 seats, at least inside of the cafe, which honestly, if I'm drinking a hot coffee, I want to be somewhere cool. They did have seating areas right outside of the cafe. Another tip that I want to give you guys is make sure that you bring sunscreen, and if you can potentially bring aloe vera, bring that as well. The amount of people that we have seen with honestly what looks like horrible burns all over their bodies is incredible. So we were actually talking to a couple last night, and they were actually mentioning that they didn't bring sunscreen. They went to the little shop here and the sunscreen was $50. So bring your own sunscreen. We travel with carry-ons only, so what we make sure that we do is we buy those little kind of fillable bottles either at Target, Amazon, Walmart, anywhere you can get those, and then just add our sunscreen there. You're going to need it, you guys. The Mexican sun is brutal. I also mentioned the aloe vera just because if you do get burnt, here we got a little extra sun exposure and felt like we wanted to get a little bit of the aloe vera. We went to the boutique again, and it was $27 for a bottle of aloe vera. Honestly, if I would have been able to take it back home, I would have bought it just for the relief. However, as I mentioned, we travel with carry-ons and I was gonna have to leave it behind, so we didn't splurge, because honestly that is a splurge. But I do wish that we would have brought our own just to have it in case of anything. So huge tip, definitely bring sunscreen. Do not leave the sunscreen at home. Another thing that I wanted to mention was tip. So we come from the US, so it's customary for us to tip in the US regardless. However, anytime that we travel, we always do research as to whether it's normal to tip in that country. In the resorts, we always bring money to leave tip behind. I know that everything is pretty much included, but these people honestly go above and beyond to give you exceptional service, in my opinion, and it has been no different in any of the 4 properties that we have stayed. So we do like to bring a ton of singles, maybe a couple of 5s just for the restaurants, because I do feel like in the restaurants you just tip a little bit higher, because I feel like the service is more dedicated to you. But while you're in the pool area and they're bringing you, you know, your drink, it doesn't mean that you have to tip them every time they bring you the drink, but you can leave just a nice tip one time, because that designated person will be kind of like bringing you your drinks throughout the day. So one time that you tip is more than enough, but definitely I would recommend that you bring singles, and like I said, maybe some 5s or 10s, whatever you feel comfortable with. Tipping is obviously personal, and you know, you decide where you feel comfortable tipping. Okay, last but not least, the room. Absolutely incredible. I mean, I honestly, that has been one of the best rooms that we have stayed at any of these resorts. My only complaints are that they didn't have a full length mirror. Technically, it did, but then you had the bathtub in front of it. And I just, for me personally, I do prefer having a full length mirror when I'm getting ready. Might not be a big deal for a lot of you, but I just wanted to point that out. And then something that I do hear a lot of complaints about when we are watching kind of reviews in regards to this particular property was that the sliding doors, in order to close off the bathroom, kind of have gaps. So they are sort of see-through where you can see inside. Honestly, for us as a couple, that did not bother us at all. I mean, you do have the bathroom, which has a separate door altogether that you can close, and then the shower's door is a crystal kind of clear door. But again, did not bother us. I just wanted to bring it up because I did hear a lot of complaints about that. I would assume maybe if you're just traveling with a friend or with someone that you would like to have a little bit more privacy from when you headed into the shower area and the bathroom area, then yes, do take that into consideration, because it is something that even when you close the doors, you can still definitely see inside. So that's pretty much my kind of recap as to the review of Secrets at Playa Blanca. Overall, would we come back? Absolutely. I find it to be a really nice place in order to enjoy, you know, just the pool, the beach. Obviously, we couldn't enjoy the beach because there was a lot of seaweed, but maybe you're here at a time when there isn't, and the beach looks incredible. You do also have chase lounges and cabanas in the beach, which you can order and enjoy as well. So I think the property is large enough where you can do something different and be like at a different pool every day as well. So if you enjoy to just have like a different kind of scenery, you can definitely get that here. Really quick, out of the 4 properties that we had stayed, I just wanted to give you like a sort of a ranking. I do have a review video in regards to Moxche. I don't have one for the other 2 because those we went with some friends, and then the other one we went with the family. So my picks would be, first, Moxche. Moxche, the aesthetics of the resort are just incredible. We loved it there. Then it would be, would you say Maroma or this one? Second would be, it's really a really close tie between this one and Maroma. This one would take it up a notch just because of the room. The room was really, really nice. However, the food in Maroma was one of our favorites. I feel like the selection there was really, really good. So I think I'm going to leave those 2 at a tie. And then our last ones would be the one in Playa Mujeres, simply because that property is a little bit of an older property. It is a little bit outdated. However, service was still 10 out of 10. They did have a lot of dinner options, just as they do here as well. And we have no complaints about the food in that property. But if you are looking to stay in somewhere that's newer, somewhere that has a little bit more of a modern look and take to it, then definitely Playa Mujeres is not the route to go. I do think that they were going to be doing some renovations either this year or next year, because when we went, they did mention that to us. So maybe hold off so you can check it out once they have done all those renovations to the property. So I think that ends the vlog for Playa Blanca. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any other additional questions, just leave them in the comment section and I'll make sure to get back to you as I can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I appreciate every single one of you for being here, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Bye everyone.